Chapter 9 9 September 2037 New Moon. The 7-year world tribulation begins. Outside the temple, night had fallen. The courtyard was a battlefield of chaos. Militia guards trying to enter the temple were met with a catastrophic blast of fire. Some were disintegrated on the spot, while others were engulfed in flames coming from inside the temple courtyard. The ground was strewn with burned corpses, and cameramen and news reporters scrambled desperately for safety. In the midst of the pandemonium, Abigail appeared, moving with an unsettling calmness amidst the chaos. Her demeanor was almost trance-like. All eyes turned to her as she approached the temple entrance. "These are the 2 prophets, Moses and Elijah, sent to declare God's judgment and bear witness of Yeshua, the King of Kings," Abigail proclaimed with solemnity. Suddenly, flames erupted from the temple's entrance again, engulfing the militia at the temple entrance. 2 men in long white robes stepped out from the temple. Elijah, in his 60s, with a wild mane of hair, and Moses, 120 years old, with a barrel-chested build and a flowing gray beard. Flames spewed from their mouths. Despite their age, they appeared remarkably fit and agile, as if they were in their 40s. From behind them, the same men Matt had seen earlier in white robes emerged from the temple. They walked eastward towards the desert, hands raised in praise, each forehead marked with the name YHVH, which seemed to glow. A voice from the crowd declared, "These are the 144,000 of the tribes of Israel, 12,000 of each tribe. They have been sealed by God!" Abigail continued, raising both arms high in the air and eyes rolled back. "Listen to them, for they bring the good news of Yeshua to the world. Let those with ears hear! Hear!" She then falls to the ground unconscious. "Over the next 3.5 years," Elijah's voice was calm, yet foreboding, "7 trumpets will unleash the judgments of Yahweh. 1/3 of the earth's vegetation will be destroyed. This is the first of the 7 trumpets." As Moses and Elijah re-entered the temple, the 144,000 disappeared from view. "Abigail! Abigail!" Phoenix's voice echoed through the chaos. Bet Shemesh was the temporary location of the UN HQ. The Grand Hall, with its towered ceilings adorned with elaborate banners that draped gracefully down the walls, evoked a sense of bygone grandeur. At the center of this opulent space was a round table with 10 thrones spaced evenly around it, filling the center of the room. The 10 kings sat on their respective regal thrones. In the middle of the table, a hologram projected the evening's dramatic temple events into the air. Titan and Hogan made their entrance. Hogan, ever the disciplined soldier, stood with military precision, his posture immaculate. Titan, in contrast, moved through the room with an air of ownership, as if he were the true leader. Among the 10 kings, 3 figures radiated an unmistakable aura of authority. Dmitri, a formidable Russian man with a striking resemblance to Stalin, was seated behind an engraved placard that read, "North Asia." His intense demeanor was accentuated as he slammed his fist onto the armrest of his chair. "Titan!" Dmitri's voice was deep, tinged with a thick Russian accent. "Your self-aggrandizement today did not go unnoticed. Know your place." The other kings nodded in agreement. Mazoku, a figure reminiscent of Mao Zedong, sat behind a placard that read East Asia. His presence was equally imposing. his gaze sharp as he spoke with a heavy Chinese accent.
Our plan is unfolding as expected, Mazoku declared. We provoked him and his son. It's only a matter of time before he arrives to fight his own battle. But those two strangers at the temple, they must be eradicated before they start converting the people.
Titan remained calm, his demeanor unruffled by the harsh words. My men and I will take care of it, he reassured, his voice steady. There's no need to worry. Mazoku's eyes narrowed, his voice sharpening.
Have you forgotten your place once more, Titan? You do exactly as we command, nothing more. You will tell the people of Jerusalem that during the temple ceremony, we executed the Christian extermination program from space.
Titan's eyes gleamed with a challenging spark. You mean using lasers to vaporize the last of the vermin, A murmur of agreement rippled through the kings as they nodded in consensus. But why lie? Titan pressed. What are we trying to hide, huh? Tell them the truth. A tense silence fell over the room. Muhammad, a stern figure who resembled Ayatollah Khomeini, sat behind the Southwest Asia and North Africa placard. His gaze was piercing as he leaned forward. The truth? And what truth would that be, Titan? Muhammad declared. Titan continued. Enough with the games and the atheist rhetoric. Let's be honest with the people. The choice is clear. Yeshua left the rest to be destroyed. Those two henchmen at the temple have already started his work by killing all those who try to enter. He pressed on with fervent intensity, thereby stripping the remaining rebels of any hope of heaven. Then we unite as one people to fight back. Didn't Yahweh, the God of Israel, say in the forbidden book of Genesis, the people are one, and they have all one language, and now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do? What those at Babel failed to accomplish, we will finish. Dimitri's gaze was unyielding as he addressed Titan.
You will say exactly as Mazoku instructed. Understood?
Titan cast his eyes downward, offering a half-hearted nod. What about the two henchmen at the temple? Dimitri inquired, his tone broking no argument. Hogan stepped forward. We have missiles ready. Just give the word. Mazoku snapped.
General, you were responsible for security today. How did those vermin slip through the crowd? If not for Titans vouching for you, you'd be finished. No more mistakes. General, you have our full support to eliminate those two henchmen at the temple and their followers by any means necessary. But, Dimitri paused, under no circumstances are you to damage the temple. It is our symbol of unity and peace. We must keep it intact to provoke Yeshua to return.
Hogan gave a curt nod, acknowledging the directive. With a final glance, he left the room without looking back.